everybody? It's your boy Takea back here on behalf of the Dragon Chronicles, and I'm here today to give you my preview and predictions on Marigold's Grand Destiny 2025. Now, I am not the biggest Marigold watcher, but I am trying to get more into it. I'm going to allow this Sunday to be more of a free start on trying to get into watching Marigold. I am more of a stardom viewer. I used to watch TJPW back in the day, but I haven't really had a whole lot of time to dabble in that. I mostly just check stardom and their big shows here lately, but I'm trying to catch back up on everything. So while I'm not familiar with everybody on this card, a good handful of them I still am. And if I do butcher any names, I do apologize in advance. Y'all let me know. That way I can correct myself for next time. First off, we have Sari Yamamoto versus Shihiro Hashimoto. And this is going to be a singles match here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with Sari Yamamoto to pick up the win. Next, we have Kizuna Tanaka versus Shihina. And I'm going to go with Shihina. Now that we have those two matches out of the way, we're kind of getting more into these matches that I really want to dabble into and talk about here, starting with the match reason, one of the main majority reasons on why I'm watching the show, because I am biased. Io Sky, because Io Sky's the best. She just is. Um, Against Mayu Iwatani. And Mayu Iwatani and Io Sky used to have banger after bangers back in the day in Stardom. Um, they had matches like, they had trilogy, man. That was a damn trilogy. You think of trilogies, and I don't come at me saying I'm comparing anybody here. I'm just using them as an example. Talk about things, you know, John Cena, Randy Orton, Rock, and Austin. Um, you can put Okada, Tanahashi, Okada, Omega. Io was on top of the world. Mayu was on top of the world. They were the only two that could compare to matching each other's crafts, and they had some banger matches back in Stardom. And now Io's been doing her thing in WWE, being a two-time women's champion and an NXT women's champion, a Money in a Bank ladder match winner, undefeated in ladder matches. Mayu Iwatani has been the true ace of Stardom over the last decade and just killing it over there. She was the longest reigning IWGP Women's Champion. She beat Mercedes Moné, and now she's taken over Marigold. And I'm so excited about Mayu and Io Sky's match, and we know it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a damn good match, actually. Io's already went over there to face Utami Hayashida, so I'm glad that WWE and Marigold has this little partnership they're doing with letting Io go over there. But of course, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Io wins, not because I'm biased, but I do think Io wins, and I think this will set Mayu up for even bigger things going forward after this match. And I look forward to seeing what all she does do after this match moving forward in Marigold. Another match is Mai Sakurai versus Victoria Yuzuki. And this is a singles match for the Marigold United National Championship. Mai Sakurai is the champion. Victoria Yuzuki is the challenger here. Once again, I wish if I had watched Marigold religiously and watched as much as Stardom anyway, I would know more about these feuds. But That's why I'm letting this show be kind of like my restart of looking forward. But I'm gonna watch every one of these matches on this card, so I'm gonna be able to pick and choose for things in the future. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with my Sakurai to go ahead and pick up the win. I am more familiar with my craft and history, and then in our main event, we're gonna have Utami Hayashida versus Mikey Ono. This is going to be for the Marigold World Championship. Utami is one of my favorite Japanese women's wrestlers ever. Really, just in general, one of my favorite women's wrestlers ever because Mayu was one of the main people that got me into stardom. It started with EO, being an EO fan in WWE, and it made me go back to watching her old stardom stuff, and then that made me want to watch new stardom stuff, and you know, just watching the banger ass matches that Utami would have with people like Sari and, you know, just really anybody else there and leading Queen's Quest. And that was just a beautiful time. I do miss it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with Utami to win and retain. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get Mayu Iwatani taking that belt from her, but I'm not sure if that's the way they're going to want to go right now. It all really depends. But I think this is going to be a great show. Like I said, obviously, I'm not familiar with everybody on here, but I'm still familiar with a handful of people, and some of them it's been a long time since I've seen anything from. And I'm not as familiar with all the build up to these matches, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna use this as a refresh, and I'm gonna start watching Marigold more often, like Stardom, and try to bring more content with Marigold, along with all that Stardom content. And I do look forward to seeing Utami, Io, Mayu, my. So this is gonna be a really good card. This is gonna be a really good show. I look forward to watching it. I'm gonna have to catch the replay because I do have to work that morning, so I'll have to go to bed. But that'll be after we do the podcast on Saturday, though. So do look forward to that Saturday night slash early Sunday morning. We'll have the Dragon Chronicles episode 2 of the podcast out. With that being said, y'all, I hope y'all do enjoy this. And I look forward to making more Marigold content, Stardom content, New Japan content. And I'm sure RJ looks forward to making some NXT and projects later on in the future. And both of us all together will come together and just kind of recap all these companies. We won't be able to, obviously, with the show being on Sunday, we're doing our podcast tomorrow night. So we won't be able to obviously talk about the recap to the show tomorrow night, but we will touch bases on the show on episode 3. So I hope y'all enjoy the show. I hope y'all enjoy this. We'll see how my predictions hold up. But nonetheless, y'all have a good night. Take care of yourselves, and I will see everyone tomorrow night for Dragon Chronicles episode 2.